What do you think?
Oh my God. Downtown Harold's. I have memories, man. Coming back. C2E2. Lemon pepper. Harold's. Harold'sChicken.com. Subscribe. Like and subscribe. Click for notifications. Watch my posts. Treat Harold's with respect. Always tip. You got it.
Art.
Oh yeah! 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 Oh yeah!
Famous cartoonist says things.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Famous cartoonist draws things.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Famous cartoonist paints things.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Famous cartoonist Art Balthazar.
Yeah. Welcome to Famous Cartoonist Draws Things. I'm going to draw things for you today. Today is morning. Hello, everybody. Good morning to the world. Good morning to the masses. I hope you have your swig with you today. I have my swig. It's a steaming, piping, hot cup of coffee. I'm going to sip right now on the air. Delicious. I hope everyone's doing good. Today I'm going to go music free because every time I play music, I have to explain why I can play music. And that just delays my videos sometimes. I put out videos and then it gets shut down and then 3 days later they come back. But today we're going to see what happens when I go like this. And today I'm going to draw some YAHGZ pages. This is page 45 you see before you. I'm going to letter it, ink it, draw it. I'm going to see how far I get. Usually in the morning, I could draw about 2 or 3 hours straight before I need a break. So we'll see. Let's do it, right? Should we do it? Or do you guys need another video? Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. Let's see, you guys are here. Andrew Clark is here. Hello, Andrew Clark, famous cartoonist, brings the masses joy. Yeah, man. I'm circling around the or I gotta turn this off now. My stylus pen is not working. There you go. Should work now. But I'm circling around the vampire hours, the morning hours, flirting, if you will. Flirting with the vampire. That's what I've been doing. We're gonna see. Oh, here, look at this. This page was almost done. Here, I'm gonna minimize this. This page I started yesterday, but I had to go do things. He goes, never have I ever thought that there would come a day where we would come face to face with the Gurginana. Isn't that cool? So you get to see the Gurginana in the craze, in the YAHGZ universe. They're in there, man. They're in there. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna ink some of this. I'm gonna ink this. Let's do it. Just try and figure out what size pen, brush size should I get? Sometimes these guys are drawn. I usually draw with a size 2 brush. They might be kind of thick. See, it's kind of thick. I might have to finish this with a 1. I could even do 1.5. Let's try it with a 1. It seems a little thick. Seems a little thick, man. Hey, man. That's a little thick, Baltazar. See, that one looks good. That one looks good right there. Yeah, right there, man. I hear noise outside. Today's not garbage day, so I don't know what that is. Somebody's definitely moving around something. I hear it, man. It's weird hearing noises during the morning. Hearing noises during the morning is weird because I'm never around this time. I'm never around this time. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. Usually I'm still sleeping or I just went to bed. That happens a lot. Happens a lot, man. Trying to get this thumb to do what I want. Is that good? I'm gonna go ahead, man. I'm plowing through. Yesterday I had a good day. I was at YAHGZ. When we finished the day, I had some high energy. I just got, like, when I get high energy, man, it's just, man, I just get all lively. And I just want to get home and do stuff. So, I don't know what happened. But we touched upon a few subjects that I feel passionate about. But when I got home, I was so exhausted because now these morning hours is weird for me. These morning hours, man. But I have to keep these morning hours for a few more days at least. Actually, maybe another week because the holiday's coming up next weekend or next week. I got to go get my son. All kinds of cool stuff's happening. The Baltazars will be reunited once more. We will be here to take over and spread joy amongst the masses. That's what that's all about, man. Look at that. That's the Wizard. It's the Wizard. Time for a swig. The Wizard's making me thirsty. Swig. Well, yeah, Troy's here. I see him talking. Let's see. I'm going to answer some of those questions. Let me see. I'm going to put this here. But there's this new Kickstarter campaign today, which is cool. It involves Felix the cat. It's on Kickstarter campaign, and I have some artwork in there. I did some artwork for, I don't know if it's a variant cover or I think it's a print or a book plate or something. But I got to draw Felix the cat, which was pretty cool. So my artwork is offered in there as a reward incentive, which is kind of cool. I'll take that, man. That's just fun. Fun stuff. So I'm excited. It's been a while since I drew that cover. It's got to be at least, man, I'd say it's got to be at least a year. But finally it came out, and I didn't know it was going to be a Kickstarter. I wasn't sure what was happening. But comic books these days are evolving. They're turning into something different. That's what evolving means, I guess. They're turning into a different entity. So doing comics is different than it used to be. And I'm all about doing it yourself. If you can, just do it. Do it yourself, man. But I don't know, like Felix the cat, something that well known. You would think it would be able to stand on its own, But I guess it's different. It's different these days, like, because the ones who grew up with Felix the Cat are all grown up, and they're all adults. So if a kid walks into a comic book shop, this is what I think anyway. If a kid walks into a comic book shop and says, "Hey man, where are all the books for me? I want to read some comics," and they get pointed to the Cartoonist section, the all ages section, if you will, the kid walking in really doesn't know who Felix the Cat is, unless, of course, that kid is with their parents. The parents will get excited, which is fine. But like, as far as comic book characters and comic books for kids, I think my own characters have just as much chance of a kid picking up my comic, or even like Pink Panther, or maybe Felix. Like when my comic book got a rack next to these other characters, I feel like I have a fair chance of the kid doesn't know who any of these characters are. They walk into the shop and say, "I'll take that one," But maybe I sound like I'm bashing Felix. No, I'm a big fan of Felix. I'm excited. I was excited to work on that, and it's something that I could say like, when people ask you, "Oh, you draw comic books?" I'm like, "Yep." First of all, they say they still make comic books. I'm like, "Yes." And then they say, "Oh, what have you worked on?" And when I tell them like, "Oh, I worked on Wolf Boy, Patrick the Wolf Boy," people say, "Oh, okay." They don't know what it is, but it's cool that you could say, "I worked on Felix the Cat." People are like, "Oh, I heard of that." It's kind of like when you say, "I worked on Superman" or something like that. Oh, I know what that is. So that's what's cool about Felix. As far as kids, first comic book, I hope a lot of kids pick it up. A lot of kids pick up this book. It should be fun. It will be fun. It looks cool. A lot of cool artists are on there. Bob, I saw my friend Bob is on there. My friend Tom Zoller is on there. Bob Franz, Tom Zoller. It's Federelli is the publisher, main dude. But all these guys are on there, which is pretty cool. So comics are a little bit different these days, where Kickstarter's involved, and it's a good thing, but it's not like it used to be in the past. You gotta get out of the past, Baltazar. I know, that's what I'm saying. Comics are evolving. Sounds like I'm anti this, but no, I'm good, man. You got to make it work. And I didn't know it was going to be a Kickstarter, which is pretty fun, and hope it does well. And I think I'm going to back it just so I'm guaranteed. I'm guaranteed that cover, because my cover is looking pretty cool. I'm digging it, man. I want to hang it up. I think it's an art print. I think I have an art print. I'm not sure what it is. I got to read it. I didn't really read the campaign as thorough. Look, and I'm putting his eyebrow underneath his hand right here. But back to campaign, back the Felix the Cat. Support it, Kickstarter supporter, so we can make the comics, man. We all need to make comics, whatever way we make them. They need to be made, because comic shops need comic books for kids in their stores. You know what I mean? Look at that. I'm gonna press save. I'm gonna see what guys are saying. I'm gonna see what you're saying, man. Sweet. Troy said, "Please tell me you got sleep." I did. I went to bed yesterday about before 10 o'clock. And I'm up today. I already had coffee. I watched a little bit of news and weather mostly. Because all the sports I like are over. Or maybe I just didn't get to the sports section of the news. But I saw Caitlin Cody tell me how cold it was. And that's always nice. And I watched traffic, and I watched an interview with the Christmas Story kid. He's all grown up now in a new movie, Christmas Story Christmas. My Morning Noise. is usually a very impressive fart. Ew, as I sit up. Oh, that's pretty good. Well, at least it comes from you and you know what it is. It's when the noises you make, you don't know what that noise is. That's when it's scary. Or that's new noises are worse. It's like, oh, that was new. That's not good. And if that new noise now it becomes a daily event, that's when you should concern. But farts are for everybody. Kevin Bixby says, "Oh yeah, famous cartoonist. Oh yeah, man. Swig to Kevin Bixby." Oh, this feels good, man. Focused on Comics is here. New guy. Oh yeah, Art. Oh, that's Nick Jones, right? We got interviewed with Nick Jones, and interview. I think he's coming out January, February, something like that. Spoiler, but I just won't say what we're doing. But follow Nick Jones. This right here. Follow his YouTube channel. Follow his YouTube channel. Become a subscriber. You get all some cool content. He's been interviewing guests. He has guests. He's booked for the next year or so. So he's doing good. See, he agrees. That is him. Yes, sir. And it'll be out in January. So check out January. I'll have a lot of new books. I should have some new books in January too. Swig. Oh, this coffee is delicious. It's like the best coffee I've ever had today, right now. It's pretty close to it, you know? So let's see. Let's get back. When these guys were younger, these YAHGZ guys, they had earrings. They wore earrings. It was just on one ear. I don't know why. I got to find out what the significance of the earring is. And I might do a when Kreisky, maybe when Kreisky, as Kreisky matures, we're going to see all the rituals that these cray babies go through, the crays go through. But I'm running out of pages for the first issue. So I might have to tell it starting with issue 2, or book 2. But book 2, I've already started writing. I was at a coffee house because I like to write at coffee houses. Coffee house. People call them coffee houses anymore. It's like Starbucks. I go to Starbucks or I go to Starbucks and anywhere serving coffee, or the Blue Box. Mostly Starbucks because it's real close to my house. I don't have to drive very far. And I go there and just take my portfolio, my my sketchbook, and just have a good time, man. I just sit there and draw. I always have to leave because I have to go back. I have to go home to use the bathroom. That's the problem right now. So I got to make sure I go to all these places while I'm kind of starving. I got to be hungry. That's usually the best part of the day. I feel good is when I'm hungry. So I got to go to these places to draw and sketch when I'm real hungry, so I can sit there longer. You know, it's like math. It's like a math problem. Solving math problems all day long. Biological math problems. But it's cool. But I like to write everywhere. Restaurants, especially if I'm there by myself eating. I'll bring my book and with intentions to write stuff. So if I'm going to go out one day, like say I'm going to go out today afternoon, I'll make sure I get real hungry, and then I'll go out and I'll just bring my stuff, and I'll get real good results, man. Like I'll sit there and just draw, and I look forward to those times. I could drop off my kids at a concert or wherever, or birthday party, wherever I'm taking them. Then I'll find a spot to go sit. I'll go find a spot to sit so I could draw stuff. And that's how I get a lot of my stories done. I like to get a block. If I could get like 2 hours time, man, I could do a lot of good stuff. That's why I got to come up with the ending. I know what the ending is to this book, but I got to write it out. I got to figure out, paginate it, as they say in the biz. They say that in the biz. You need to have it paginated. You have to have a beauty pageant. No, it's kind of like you have to lay out the panels and stuff. That's called pagination. I like that, pagination. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm pretty good at that, though. I did a lot of stories recently for YAHGZ Comics. I just sent Meteorite number 2 to the printer. It's being printed right now. Meteorite number 2, I'm gonna hold out until probably January to sell it, because I wanna do a monthly series. I want to do comic books every month. I'm trying to build up a little library kind of thing, so I can have some books ready to go, so I could keep a monthly schedule. So if I put them all out early, I'm gonna have a whole bunch. I'm gonna use up my spots, you know. We know what you mean, man. So I'm excited right now. I'm excited, man. It's all true. I see people out here. D. Brad's here. I see D. Brad's watching again. We're gonna answer some questions D. Brad has. Look at that. I draw these eyes on these crays, and I always have to tilt them so they can get that right angle, you know. There you go. I'm excited now. I want to go out to a restaurant or coffee house to draw. I said, man, drink a coffee now, man. See, sometimes I don't draw their mouths on these guys. They look like that. Kind of like what Charles Schultz would do. I don't know if he needs one, though. Do they need their mouths? Maybe. Let's see. Maybe. Let's see what they look like with their mouths. I'm going to draw it with this blue. Let's just see what it looks like. Yeah, right? Do they need their mouths? This guy's maybe like this. Yeah, I'm going to draw their mouth. A little bit. Just a little bit. Like that. Because they're concerned. They're like confused. So Gucci Nana just howled. Gucci Nana howled. You're saying, hey, man. That was a strange noise. What do you think that was? It's like, I'm not sure. Could it be the legendary Gucci Nana? It's quite possible, my man. That's what they're saying. It's quite possible, my man. I don't know if he calls them men. Look at these guys. Oh, I forgot his stick. He's supposed to be holding a stick. See, I got to redraw this. See? Continuity, man. What happened to the stick? Messed up, Baltazar. I did. Messed up. That's a good thing about digital. I know there's a lot of anti-digital people out there. I think most of the anti-digital people are the guys who don't draw digital. But I wish I could do everything on paper. But digital just saves so much time. Digital saves so much time. There's a lot going on. Especially when you need to draw, scan, and put all your stuff in your computer. It takes a little while to do that, and then block all the lines and stuff. So I'm a big fan of Digitalis. Doing it, man, doing it. Let's see. Oh, see, I messed up, man, messed up. There it is. So they both had sticks, walking around with these sticks, like walking sticks. They also could fight with them. Mostly, the Wizard uses his stick to fight, but Cranobi could too. The Wizard always has the stick. Cranobi uses it when they're hiking and stuff. The Cranobi also has a sword. We don't see the sword too much. We've seen it in his first adventure in this book. I don't know what happens to it. It might have got taken away by the gelatinous Q. It's possible. Possible, man. It's possible. So I gotta fix this ear. Gotta fix this ear, man. Keep going closer instead of grabbing it. There it is. Gotta fix it, man. Fix it. All right, I'm gonna delete that. It's gonna go in here instead. There it goes. All right, it worked. It worked, man. No, don't fret. Tut tut. I fix it. Fix things. Only time you can't fix it is when it gets printed and you're like, oh, messed up. I hate that. I hate when there's like dots on my artwork. I'm the only one who can see it, but I know it's there. There's been a few things printed with mistakes on them, but sometimes it's not me. It's the printing mistake. Or like when I hand in a piece of art, the layers get shifted or something, and that bugs me. It bugs me all crazy. I'm like, man, why don't I flatten that layer so it wouldn't have gotten ruined? But what are you gonna do? So I know when I send stuff to the printer, we call it idiot proofing. I idiot proof everything, just so there's no mistakes. Yeah, whatever, Baltazar. Let's see. Let's see what happens here, man. Let's see what happens. I like when I'm drawing stuff and I say, let's see what happens. Trying stuff all the time, man. What are you doing, man? Let's see. Set. Yeah, it works. It works. All right. How about that? Fixed it. And there he goes. Now he's holding it. Holding a stick properly. See, they're both confused. These things are way too big. They look crazy. They look like 3 fingers. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Those things are like ropes, grips, if you will. They look like thick fingers. We're gonna get reduced that. Really missed the music, Balthazar. No, I know, man. I feel you. I feel you. Let's see. YAHGZ. I got my schedule for YAHGZ 2 and 3. So I'm trying to catch up, man. I want this book to be done by December. I think I could come close. I don't like this. I'm gonna get rid of these giant fingers. Like this. Yeah, that looks better. Want to get this book done by sometime December, at least before the holidays start coming in, See what happens, man. We'll see what happens. There you go. It's pretty good. See, it's not so big and crazy. There he is. The Wizard, and Cranobi. That's them right there. I'm gonna see what you guys are saying. Sweet. Bixby says, oh yeah, new books. Yeah, man, I'm making books, man. Making stuff, man. All the time. Focus says, oh yeah, gotta head out, time to hit the comic shop. Yeah, man, go. They should be open. Most of them should be opening in an hour or 2. You'll make it on time, man. D Brad. Hey man, what's happening? I just woke up. Yeah, man, you're just in time. We're here, man. D Brad is here in the house, supporting famous cartoonist. Sweet for D Brad. Anthony Michael, he's here too. Checking in from the dariest of coolers. Swig half and half for the working man. Yeah, man. I have half and half. There was a shortage for a while at my Target. There was no half and half, only the weird flavored ones. I can't do flavored half and half, man. I just need straight up half and half, where it tastes like half and half. And that's the way my coffee performs the best. And this cup is good. It's almost lukewarm now. It's losing its heat. Conjecture heat. What is it? Convexer? Convex versus conjex? Something like that. Injex? I don't know. Sweet. Yeah, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Sirlagam Milton is here. How long does it usually take to complete a book? I don't know, man. I work on books every day. All day, every day. So I could probably do one book in a month. I could probably do a book a month, but I'm working on many every month. Right now I'm working on YAHGZ. I'm working on Oya Comics. I'm working on Wolf Boy. I'm working on Meteorite #3, Hero Man #1. So I'm like working on all these books. And a lot of times I'll do several pages for each book a day. I'll try to get, right now YAHGZ is my main concern. I got to try to get this done. But like if I had enough YAHGZ for the day, I'll open up a page of something else and just start working on things. And right now, like I'm working on so many books at the same time that they're all getting finished at the same time. So I have Oya Comics 15 is finished. Oya Comics 16 and 17 are almost finished. I need like 2 or 3 pages each book and then the covers. And I'm working on Who's Who in Oya Comics Universe #5. That one's almost done, man. I just need to enter 2 more characters and then I got to finish the cover. So everything's almost done. Almost like I'll get to a point where I'll finish like 3 or 4 books in a week. But that's because I've been working on them all the time. So if I only had one book at a time, I could probably finish it in about 3 weeks total. But that's not how I work. I just keep going. If I get bored with something, then I move on to the next thing. Yeah, that's all true. Everything I tell you is true. Brian Lynch is here. It looks like someone is off the Vampire Hours. Yeah, so far, man. I hope it sticks. Vampire Hours always take over. Sweet. I hope the Vampire Hours don't last as long as they did. But I don't mind them lasting. I like I do enjoy Vampire Hours. But I want them to, as long as my life could be simple, not so much pressure, that's when it works out good, you know? You want the impossible, Baltazar? Yeah. It's got to benefit you, man. Vampire Hours have to be something that is necessary. But it's good, man. I got invited to today. I got my final, well, final, not final, official. Got my official invitation to WonderCon. I got a badge to get into WonderCon as a pro, the pro badge. And that's at the end of March. But I think it's like a day before C2E2. So I'm wondering about if I should go. Maybe just go as just to walk around and just enjoy Los Angeles. I'm not sure. Not sure. I think it's in Anaheim. Not sure if I should go or not. I don't have a table, but it might be fun to go, you know? Not sure yet. Most people say, you better go. But it would be a weekend where I'd spend a lot of money. And then C2E2 would just be recouping what I spent in California. So I don't know. But they invited me, though. They gave me a free badge. They gave me 2 passes to get in. That might be kind of fun. If I could find someone to split the expenses with, might be fun. You know? If I go by myself with somebody, like with one of my kids, then it's going to be expensive. So I don't know. I don't know what I should do. I don't know if going to WonderCon would be good for schmooze. Should I go and schmooze? Not sure how WonderCon is. I heard it's a lot like San Diego Con, but like more comics focused. So maybe, right? Should I go? Should I go there? Get a hotel? Go chill for 3 days? Go find Mark Waid? Yell at him? Should I do stuff like that? Hey, man! He'd be all right. He goes, hey, Artie. I don't know if he goes there, though. Does Mark Wade go to WonderCon? That might be a cool goof-off weekend. I'm not sure. And that might be at the end of my vampire hiatus. Look at that. That's a panel. They're all wondering what they should do. Let's see. Yeah, look at it. Never have I ever thought that there would come a day where we would come face to face with. It's true. Never thought it. But it's true, man. It's the Gooch. The Gucci Nana. Gucci Nana makes his appearance in YAHGZ. Why are you spoiling, man? I'm not, maybe. Maybe I'm spoiling. People are like, how'd you draw that? That's weird, man. It's weird. The Gucci Nana. The Gucci Nana. It's the Gucci Nana. I'll make these hairs a little longer. A little thinner. There it is. It's the Gucci Nana. It's true. The Gucci Nana. That's a Gucci Nana song. It's the Gucci Nana. Anybody live in WonderCon? Is anybody going to WonderCon? Should I go? I wonder, man. Should I go to WonderCon? You should go, Balthazar. It's going to be expensive to go, though. I'm not sure. It's usually when I go to a convention, my convention's paying for my trip. But to go there without a table, that's why I'm not wondering about that. I don't know if there's schmooze there. Is there schmooze? Would I be able to stay out? Schmooze with publishers? Or just say, nah, stay home. Maybe I'll stay home. How's he look? The Gucci Nana. I got an interview tomorrow. Like a, what do you call that? Like a Zoom? Like a Zoom, like a podcast kind of interview. I don't know if it'll be live or it'll be recorded. Not sure. But it's going to be fun. We're going to talk about YAHGZ. I even forgot who it's with. But we're going to talk about YAHGZ. It's going to be cool. And it's Drew Papercut's Mad Cave. So I'm looking forward to it. So I should be good. Henceforth, vampire hours. Hopefully I can defeat them. But if not, I will embrace the vampire in a few days to come. Embrace this, Balthazar. Where's my stuff? Man, there he is. I just mailed out a bunch of stuff yesterday. So people who've been waiting, you should be getting stuff real soon. People are always waiting for stuff, man. I'm trying to keep up. I'm trying to keep a pace. There's a lot of stuff involved in being a famous cartoonist. Always doing stuff. Spinning plates, stoking fires. There's a lot of fire stoking going on. Always. Stoke this, Balthazar. See? That guy, man, he gets crazy. That guy gets mad at me all the time. See, I'm going to move this pop over a little bit. I'm going to move it over. Digitalis. You're cheating, man. No, it's good. I thought I could wake up before the critic showed up, but man, he's here. He's here and he's ready to pounce. The critic is pouncing. Yeah, man. Get messages. Getting messages, man. Let's see. It's okay. I have to answer these messages. It's part of the stoking fires, spinning plates. Stoking plates, spinning fires. Maybe I should do that instead. Spin fires. It's true, man. Spinning fires, stoking plates. So you guys hear it, right? You guys hear that noise? People are writing to me, man. They're like, hey. Hey, man. Yeah. People are sending me things. Swig for everyone out there sending things. Stoking fire, spinning plates. Swig. Oh yeah, that was delicious. Let's make these eyes. Did I save? Oh, I didn't save. Usually I swig and save. It's fun drawing these guys, man. Muscle memory? Is that what they call it? You got muscle memory, Baltazar? Yeah, kind of. Like I remember like when I was drawing these guys again, they looked different right away, but now I got them back. They look like they're supposed to now. Yeah, man. How's that look? Whoosh. It's the Gojinana. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. It's the Gujinana. Gujinana's here. I would go to WonderCon if I had a table. Definitely. It wasn't even on my radar to go. I didn't even think about it. I've never been there. Never been to WonderCon as anything. I've never been there. So I wonder how it is. I've been to the Stan Lee show called Kamikaze. It's a Kamikaze Stan Lee show. And that one was cool. I enjoyed it, but I was confused because they invited me and set me up real good, and no one was there to greet me. Like they didn't know I was there, so it was kind of weird. But that show was real tight. Like it was so crowded, and the space between the tables were so crowded. So it was an interesting show, and I got to hang out with like Mike Mignola, and there was other famous guys. I forgot who else was there. It's been a little while, but I was working on Itty Bitty Hellboy at the time. That was a fun show, and I got to hang out with my friend Patrick Scullin. That was cool. That was good, but it was an unusual con for me because the con people didn't really. I never met anybody running the show because usually when you get to a show and you're a guest and they come and shake your hand or pick you up at the airport and stuff like that. But this place just didn't do that. They gave me directions how to get there. So it was a little different. But I didn't get invited back again because I think they just forgot they invited me. I think they just forgot. I don't even know if the show's still going. I haven't heard anything. Stan Lee's Kamikaze. I think it might be something else now. But I'm really thinking about going to WonderCon because I've never been invited there before. It might be fun. I don't know. Maybe me and the missus could get away. She would love to go to a Comic-Con. Nah, that was sarcastic. The ladies usually, the wives of professional artists, they usually go once or twice and they're like, nah, you got it now. You got it for now. That's usually what happens. Based on my experiences. Unless it's like free and you get to schmooze, that's good stuff. Schmoozing, man, is cool. So I'm gonna make this line a little bigger. I'm gonna make it thicker. Thicker pouch. Let's see, maybe it's too much. Seeing a lot of weird stuff today, Baltazar. You're burning bridges, Baltazar. I don't know, just saying stuff. Nothing negative ever. Let's see, how's he look? Yeah, it looks good. going to save. I'm going to see what you guys are saying. I'm going to read this. You guys are saying thanks. I see it. I see it, man. I see it. Swig for you guys. This guy, Shralagan Milton, he says, do you still attend cons? Yes, I do. My next show scheduled is C2E2 at the end of March, April. It's going into April. I think it's from March last to April 2nd or something like that. That one's going to be cool. And then the con begins. Like, then I do C2E2, San Diego, New York. Those are the three big ones. I do Cincinnati. I might be doing a little show in February in Indiana. I'll probably do that one because I'll probably need a break by then. But that one will be cool. So I do little shows here and there, and I do the big shows. That's why I'm contemplating WonderCon. I'm not sure. So this is the start of your day and not the end of your vampire day. Yeah, man, I'm starting out like this. I'm starting the day. I put my Panthers hat on because I'm picking up my guy from college this weekend. This is his college hat. Picking him up. I'm getting going, man. I'm trying to be a morning guy right now because I need to be the morning guy by the weekend. So I'm kind of resetting. It takes about 2 days for me to slip into morning guy. You know, I could easily switch into vampire, but man, I don't know. Gotta see how long I could do this. You and the Crone brothers need to write a Gucci Nana song. Yeah, man, we do. We almost recorded yesterday, but it got a little late, and Adam wasn't there yesterday, and Joey had to go do stuff. So, like, no worries, man. And I was kind of out of it. Like, I'm coming off my switching to daytime. I start crashing. Like yesterday, I was doing real good, and then I ate lunch, and I'm like, man, I felt like going to bed. I ate too much at lunch because I got too hungry, you know. And like if I save that for dinner, it's better because then your body's waiting for it. But I ate too much at lunch, and I started to get crashing. Like I didn't want to do nothing. I got lazy. But I had an interview yesterday at the store. College kid came to interview me, and we talked for about 2 hours. That was a lot of fun. So usually interviews like that take a lot out of me. You know, you save all that energy for an interview, and then when the interview's done, he leaves and I'm like, exhale, and then we're like, let's do a show next time. So you'll see more Crone brothers, Artie and the Crones, more of our songs later because I like those guys a lot. They're cool. Go to CincyCon again. Would love to see you there. Yeah, man, I'll be there. We've been going for at least 10 years. We've been going a long time. The first time I went to Cincy, they invited me and gave me a table, a little artist spot. And I think the second year I brought my buddy Zod with me, and we had a little bigger spot. And then they asked me if I would want a publisher booth, a giant publisher booth. And I said, yeah, I'll take a booth. You guys give me enough space where I could bring guys. And they said, okay. And I said, if you guys give me a big booth, enough for all my guys, and give us like 2 hotel rooms with, like, you know, the beds, each guy could have a bed. I'll make this my September show forever. And they said, wow, cool. And at that point, there was another Cincinnati show that was competing with them. And they kept asking me if I was going to do that show. I said, not if you guys invite me, I won't do that show. So I've been going ever since then. That's, I think, since 2000, I'm going to say 2010. I don't know, 2014, something like that. But I like it, man. I like that show. I have a lot of fun. They treat us really good. And we get special treatment, all kinds of cool stuff. I get food. They give me stuff. So we made merch with them. I made cards and T-shirts. So it's fun, man. Sweet. So I'll always go to CincyCon, Cincinnati Comic Expo. Will going to WonderCon affect your energy level for C2E2? Yes, it will. Especially if I'm tabling at WonderCon and I come back to C2E2, it's like the weekend before, so that will affect my energy. Unless I come home and just sleep, but it's kind of hard to do because for C2E2 it begins on Thursday, or I have to drive in Thursday and set up. But I start packing for that show on Monday. I start packing on Monday. I load up the van because C2E2 I could drive there from home. So I drive my van into the building, and I could bring as much stuff as that could fit in my van. And if I really, really need to, I could go home and get stuff if I need to. But I haven't had to do that yet. But that will affect. And same with I want to go to Terrificon, but Terrificon is either the weekend after San Diego or the weekend before. But it's like they're the back-to-back weekends. And San Diego beats me up too, man. Like I come home from San Diego and I sleep. I come home on a Monday. The show ends Sunday, but I make sure I stay an extra night. I come home Monday, and then I sleep till like Wednesday. And the last few years, that's how it's been. So even my wife says I can't do two weekends in a row. She knows me better than I know myself. So I listen to her when it comes to scheduling shows. So I could pretty much do one show a month where it doesn't hurt me physically, but then it doesn't hurt my schedule for my art and stuff too. I dig it, man. Toad. Adrian Todd Webb. As I call him, Toad McWebbages. Oh yeah, WonderCon. You go there, man? You go to WonderCon? I'm doing it instead of San Diego this year, sir. I'll give you a report after. Oh, cool, man. Thanks, man. Because I'm thinking like if I go there, I got a pro badge. I could get in for free. But maybe if I go, maybe I'll just fly there and go in for a day or two. Maybe just one day, walk around, and then just leave. You know, go rockstar style, like fly in on a Friday, go to show Saturday, and go home Sunday. Thinking maybe that won't beat me up so much. Maybe. I'm not sure. But maybe I got my eye in the sky. Todd Webb, give me the full report, and that will be good. That will save me a trip. Alejandro Rosado. Oh, yes, outside. Yeah, man. You got to keep our Chicago guys in business. Oh, yes, outside. Go do things, man. Is there anyone in business you would like to still meet that you have not met? Yeah. Probably. I meet a lot of people, and I never know who I'm going to meet. And when I meet them, it's pretty amazing. Like I'm a big fan of Art Adams, and when I met him for the first time, it was pretty cool. But I met him several times since, and so now you're just part of it, you know. But meeting him is always a thrill. He was in New York, and I just said hi to him. When I walked by, I said, "Hey, man." He went, "Hey." So that was cool. But you become like compadres. You become colleagues kind of thing. And I got to see Dan Jurgens quite often in New York because he was tabling right behind me. So I got to say excuse me to him a lot when I was walking through to get back to my table. So I'm not sure who I want to meet because when I go to Cincinnati, I meet all of the toy guys from Kenner who made Star Wars toys. And that's always fun. It's always fun to meet those guys. So I'm sure there'll be people that I want to meet in the future. I just don't know who they are at this moment in time. Mario's here. Morning, Mario. You're a good man, Mario. Sweet for Mario. Adrian Todd Webb says San Diego brings the hurt. I called it quits on that one after a decade or so of doing it. Hopefully WonderCon will take its place. Yeah, man. San Diego's rough. It's rough, it beats you up, and it's really expensive. You have to make enough money at your table to pay for your trip. And if you think about that, it just messes with your mind, and you wonder, why am I going here and giving away my books? So if you got to get that out of your mind, and you just got to look at the benefits of going to San Diego, and maybe you could get work. And that's kind of like I'm thinking of WonderCon. What if I could just go there and schmooze? But I don't know. Because for me, to walk around a show, I get bored with it because there's nothing I want to see anymore. And it just feels like that I'm working out my legs and my feet, and they end up hurting. And I don't buy anything. I buy some stuff, but usually old Star Wars toys or Migos or something. But I don't really look. I don't know. It's like I could buy everything online now. I don't know. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go. But yeah, man, San Diego brings the pain. It does, man. It brings the pain. He gives me hearts. Toad McWebbages. He's a good man. He's good, makes comics. If you rockstar it, come by and say hi. See, now I want to go. Maybe I'll rockstar it and find Todd. Hang out with Todd. Bring him an orange or something. Bring him some fruit. That's the best thing you can do at these conventions. Is go shopping and buy fruit and give your buddy some food when you visit them. Their eyes will light up. They will be forever grateful. They would say, "Hey, man, how'd you know I was starving, man?" It's true. It's all true, man. It's all true. Back to drawing. Back to YAHGZ. Or as my dad calls it, YAHGZ. YAHGZ. It's YAHGZ, man. YAHGZ. I'm digging this, man. I'm digging this. I'm digging making stories. Toad McWebbages was there in the beginning when I was making Crybaby books. I remember we crossed over a few times. Our guys met each other. It's all true. Everything I'm telling you guys is true. You're not saying anything, Baltazar. Seems like you're goofing off today. Oh, man. It's good. It's good stuff. Good stuff. You guys miss the music? Every time I play music, though, man, I gotta spend like a half an hour clearing up the reason. Know what I mean? The reason for the season. Oh yeah, look at it. He's got sandals. The Wizard. The Wizard of YAHGZ. That's how this whole thing started. When I was creating this story back in the 90s. I had a character called the Wizard because he's a wizard, of course. And then I thought, where does he live? And that's the whole reason it started as the Wizard of YAHGZ. The Wizard of YAHGZ. It's not an interpretation of Wizard of Oz, but it makes you think of that. The Wizard of YAHGZ. There's a lot of influence. Of course, the Wizard of Oz does influence this a little bit, but so does Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, stuff like that. All the stuff I grew up with, pretty much. That's a weird looking finger, but I'm leaving it. Let me do this. Let's see. Do this. How about that? Now it looks really strange. How about that? That was better. But no one's gonna care because each panel you draw has about a like 2 or 3 second life because people are reading through the book and they see your panel in it. They just process it with their eyes. But you still must do the details because if something looks off, they're going to know. They call it phoning it in. You don't want to phone it in, man. Shut up, Baltazar. You're talking too much. I do say a lot of things. Henceforth, the name of the show. It's called Drawing Things Today. You know, sometimes it's called Say Things, Says Things. There's always a Says Things part and a Drawing Things part of this show. And the weird part now is like now that there's no music, I feel like I'm just here by myself talking to myself. You are, man. Nobody's listening to you. It's cool. So you guys like the morning shows better or the evening shows? I like doing them all because I get different people. I get different people all the time, but D Brad's on every one. D Brad's here, man. But today we got it. Todd Webb is here. Todd Webb. I got an itch. I got an itchy eye. Todd Webb's usually still lives on the East Coast, right? Still live in like Connecticut. Swig for Todd Webb. I gotta get Todd Webb to draw like a 4-page Action Cat story. Making Aya Comics again. I think Todd Webb could be a nice addition. I don't think I ever had a Todd Webb Action Cat. Still got an itchy eye. I got more itch on my eye. Itchy owie. Remember there was a commercial with itchy owie, itchy owie. And it felt good. I scratched it. Scratched my eye. You guys are saying things. Todd Webb says, "Oh yeah, man." Matt Rogers says, "Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, famous cartoonist." Todd Webb says, "Crybabies for life." Yeah, man. The craze is what started it all for me. I learned how to make comic books by making Crybaby comics. Sweet. When nobody would hire me, I had to do it myself, man. Like, no problem. I got this. So I would do it. Is this thing always up? I guess so. Said I got to do this myself. I don't know any other way to make comic books but this way. We heard a story before, Baltazar. I know, man. It's happening. Always happening. It's the Gucci Nana. I'm excited to pick up my boy this weekend. So I go to the college and then I stay. I stay a night. Because driving home, like, it's a 3-hour drive, maybe 3.5 sometimes, depending on traffic and stuff. But even if I drive a 3-hour and get there real fast, it's still like coming home, man, I start crashing. And I don't feel good. You know, I'm an old guy now. I start driving, I get real tired. So now when I go there early. First, like, go there on a Friday, you know. I'll get there, visit him. We'll go eat. We'll hang out. And then I got a hotel room, so we stay there and then wake up casually, wake up slow the next day, and then hit the road by like noon, you know. So that's what we do. We get up, have breakfast, go get some coffee, hang out a little bit. That's what I like about picking them up. It's like a little mini vacay. Why are you talking in code, Baltazar? That's what it's like, you know. So I'm looking forward to it. And I actually like driving. I like driving far, but I like driving far, but I'm good for about 3 or 4 hours max, and then I gotta stop. But like, I can't drive and then take a break and continue. It's kind of hard. I've done last year. I went to Baltimore Con, and it was real fun too. It was real fun because I drove there, and I drove 5 hours one way one day, and then stopped in Ohio, and then I woke up, and then I drove 5 hours the next day, and that was pretty fun. It was it was fun to do. So I don't mind doing that so much. But I didn't go this year. I lost track of booking the shows and stuff. Sometimes if I don't pay attention, then the show gets away. The show gets away from me, you know. I forget to go. That's okay though. Last year I did a little speech for the Ringo Awards. I gave Gene Hahn Award, which was real fun. There's a video online of me being famous, doing famous guy stuff. So that was pretty cool. Gene Howe's a good man. He does things. Draws comics, makes things. So it was a good time. Let's see, it's missing that. I gotta add it over here. Like this, like this. Yeah. Save, and with a save comes a swig. Time to swig. Ah, swig. Swigging it. I might need a refill, man. Coffee's still up there fresh. It's a fresh pot today. A lot of times I'll make coffee and it'll sit up there for a little bit. I'll reheat it. I don't want to throw it away. It's wasted. But my grandma would do that too. And everybody would call my dad would call my grandma's coffee mud because it'd be real thick. She'd get upset. She'd get mad at him for calling him, "What do you mean mud?" So it was kind of funny. So I always refer to coffee as mud. I'll have some more mud. So it's kind of it's what it tastes like. But I don't like to go to waste, so I'll just reheat it all day long. But normally it doesn't last too long because like most of the time I'll drink a whole pot of coffee throughout the whole day by myself. Usually. Not all the time. That's not good for you, Artie. You know. But I'll do it. I'll do it, man. Look at this. Gucci Nana's here. First parents. I'm spoiling it. You're spoiling it, man. You're ruining it. I don't need to read that now. Still need to read it. It's cool. It's got like a Gucci Nana origin story a little bit. Tells you how the Gucci Nana operates, how he works, how it works, the species itself. You're gonna like it. Hey, that was pretty cool. I learned a lot from the Gucci Nana today. So yeah, you did. You didn't know you have the Gucci Nana knowledge. I have the knowledge of the Gucci Nana. And if you lock eyes with the Gucci Nana transfers information through the eyes. Gucci Nanas will not speak, but they will speak through the eyes. It's a thing. They know how. That's what they do, man. You just ruined it for me, Baltazar. No, didn't ruin anything. I enhanced your view. I enhanced your day today. Some people say, like, hey, man, that was a good show, man. It was a great way to start my morning. So that's right. It's a great way to start your morning. A little bit of famous cartoonist in the morning. A little bit, not too much, just a little bit, just a taste. I've only been on an hour. It feels like so much longer. Last time I streamed, it was like 3 hours long. 3 hours long, 3 hours talking. Talk too much, man. I say a lot of things. Talk a lot. Remember last time a lot of cousins showed up? There was cousins on there. Cousins, man. My cousins are doing a Thanksgiving weekend this weekend because not everyone could see each other on the day, you know? It's always difficult because now everyone's an adult, parent, kids, all that stuff. The juggling act will begin. And that's the worst part is the juggling act. It's like, hey, come see me. It's like, oh, man, I can't. We're running out of days, man. That's the worst part of the holidays for me anyway. It's the juggling, the pressure. But once you let that go, then you're all right. Then it's fun. As long as everyone understands the juggling act. Like especially when you come visit, you visit from out of town, and you have 3 days in town, but everybody wants to see you. It's kind of rough because the people who are visiting, see, my son comes back from college, and he just wants to lay on a couch. He wants to eat mom's cooking. He wants to have some breakfast, lay on a couch all day. Doesn't want to do anything. Wants to maybe watch It's a Wonderful Life with the family. That's what we do, you know. So for a guy to come over and says, hey, here's our schedule we're going to do. We're going to go everywhere every day. It's like, man, he gets so exhausted. That's not so much as a visit as a schedule to keep, you know. We can understand, Balthazar. Who are you trying to talk to? Oh, man. Look at that, Guggenheim. That's going to be white when I clear that. It's going to be cool. Poof. It's the Guggenheim. Look, he took off. Took off. Should be there. Should be a swoosh. Swoosh. How about a swoosh? Yeah, look at that. Swoosh. Sound effects, man. Let's see what it looks like. Look at that. I gotta put their mouths on because suddenly their mouths disappeared. I'm gonna go freehand. Not even gonna draw it. Look at. Oh, I didn't like that one. A little too long, too short. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. It looks a little weird. His head looks like it's not attached. It should be moved over a little bit. I'm gonna leave it. You know what would help? This arm right here. His head looks a little weird. If I move this arm will probably be better like this. That. See, like that. Yeah, that helped a little bit. His arm's thicker now. You're tweaking it, Balthazar. It's true. It's called tweaking. All right. Man, I like making comics. These are just cool. His hands look a little small. It's okay. And Wizard's feet look a little small. But I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it, man. Look at it. And you can see the Wizard's reaction. Look at it. He's a little bit stunned. The Wizard's a bit stunned. You're going to find out why. You're going to see what happens in Wizard. Oh, he's stunned, man. Over the weekend, I took my wife on a date. We went to this place called Morietta's. And it's an Italian restaurant. I never ate there. Always saw it. It's real close to my house. But I always saw it as I was traveling on a road that is 55 miles an hour street. It's not even a highway. It's just the street is that. It's like an interstate road. But the restaurant is on that street. And I never thought of stopping there or going there because it's always on the way home. I'm driving and I see this place. I'm like, oh, I wonder how that is. And one time, a little while ago, I was out there looking for food for family. And of course, I'm going to get some chicken wings, you know? So I discovered this place by accident because the construction workers or the roads were blocked. And I'm like, man, the place I want to go to is way that way. I don't know if it was Harold's. No, it wasn't Harold's. It was somewhere else. I forgot where I was going. But I discovered Morietta's at that time, and I walked in and bought chicken wings there. Like, I'm going to try this place. And I remember the wings, they were real good. It's like, man, this is a good place. And the cool part of, like, when I went in there, the girl, hostess, she was ringing up my order, and I paid with my electric milk credit card, you know, and she noticed it. She noticed my name on there. She went, "Wait, electric milk. Are you Art Baltazar, the one who draws?" I'm like, "Yeah." So she recognized my company name and my name, and she freaked out. And so I just so happened to have uh, comics in the van. I always have comics in there because I'm always doing something. But she said when I ordered, she goes, "Oh, it'll be a few minutes," but she was real giddy, like real excited. So I said, "Oh, cool." So I went to the van and got some comics, brought them in, and she freaked out, and it was real cool. It was cute. It was cool. She was like probably about 18. She was a kid, and so I know that later that night or the next day, her dad wrote to me on Twitter saying that, "Hey, I'm the dad of the girl who works over here at Morietti's." And I'm like, "Oh, cool." And so that was pretty fun. So I always thought about that place. I said, "Man, I'm gonna go back to that place and just try their food." And we went on Saturday. Man, it was outstanding. Some of the best pasta and food, just food in general, like real good, man. And I thought the best pasta I ever had was in New York when I went with Brother Bear and Franco to this cool place in New York City, which was good. But this one, man, this one rivals it, man. I just still don't know what's better. When eating pasta in New York at a fancy New York uh, Italian restaurant is always better, but just because of the experience, the ambiance. But man, this Morietti's, man, it had me dreaming of the food. I kept dreaming, like all night. I was thinking I was eating it, and my wife said the same thing. She said that place was so good. So man, I want to go back there. But it's like it's not real expensive. It's regular prices, but it's more like a fancy place where you just want to take your date there. You know, I guess it'd be cool for the whole family. But when we looked around, it was all grown adults. You know, it was adults on dates, which was pretty cool. And I looked around, it's like, man, these are all. There's no kids there. No one's goofing off. There's everything was full. The restaurant was full. They had several bars was full, and man, it was a cool place. So maybe when I'm ever just like want to hang out, so when I got time to myself and everyone's sleeping, maybe I'll go over there. Go over there and get a pizza. But that's right. But what I'm saying is that's where I'm gonna order pizza from today. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna order pizza there from today, man. 'Cause I never had their pizza, and they told me. I asked them, "You deliver here to my house?" And they're like, "Yeah, we could deliver there." It's like, cool. Maybe I'll order some pizza today. Got to go simple for the first one. You just got to go simple with the pizza. Like, go simple, sausage, pepperoni. You know, just don't go crazy. Don't go crazy with all these ingredients until you sample the basic. If they can make the basic one taste amazing, and that's what you do. That's when you mess with more stuff. Like my wife likes mushroom and onion on her pizza. So I'm just a basic guy, like sausage, pepperoni. But lately my old guy is kicking in. I don't like as much sausage anymore. I get a lot of like maybe it's because of the seeds. I don't know. It's powerful. It tastes powerful now. So a lot of times I'll get ground beef and pepperoni, which people are like, "Ew, ground beef on pizza," but it's pretty good. I like it. So I don't know. I'll drink. I'll eat it and drink it. Yeah, I'll drink that. No, but I know that's what I'm gonna get today, man. I'm looking forward to that. That'd be fun, right? Yeah, that's great to talking about pizza boxes, and now I'm hungry at 9 in the morning. Oh, it's already 10, almost 10:30. Chicago style. But that's cool. Cause I got pizza places here, but sometimes like there's good ones, but after a while I get if I order pizza, I gotta like not order from a place for a while for it to be special again, you know? Because a lot of times it's like I know what's gonna taste like, so I gotta vary it up. I like to put jalapenos on my pizza. You gotta make it special, you know? You get it, Baltazar? Yeah. I got to see. Got to see how it goes. I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to get today. So I got to time it right because it depends on what time my wife comes home. I got to see when she comes home and, you know, daughter comes home. If I could time it right, she could come home to a fresh, piping hot pizza from Morietta's. This is their challenge, Morietta's. If you're listening, you have a lot to live up to. That dinner was amazing. It was cool, man. We went on a busy night. It was cool. When you hear, I should have recorded the sounds because a lot of times I go out and I just record the sounds of people. And you hear the dishes and forks and stuff like restaurant noise. And I should have recorded the sounds. Look, he dropped it. See, it fell. He's dropping it too. Talk about weird stuff, Baltazar. It's true. You got a little too personal there, man. I know. Let's see. Look at that. That's cool. Swig. I'm going to save and swig. See what you guys are saying. I have itchy eyes again. I think sometimes when I sit in this spot, spiders come down from my ceiling right here. And they hang out with Salma up there. The vampires are up there always hovering, looking at me. Salma's sleeping right now, but she'll be awake later. About 11 o'clock, she gets up and she starts watching me, starts leaning on me. But once in a while, spiders. And they come down and I think the webs get on me. And I think that's what's happening to my eyes. I don't know. They're itchy. They might get a spider web on me. I never got powers yet. But I think that's what happens. D-Brad. So my daughter was home from university this past week for her break. It was great to have her home for my birthday, too. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, D-Brad. Yeah, that's what I like. When the kids come home. And I just like when the kids come home and you're just with the kids. I don't like always like, come on, let's hurry up. Let's get in the van. Let's go drive real far and hang out there for hours and then come back home again. And you're exhausted. I just like being home. Putting on movie in the background, even if you're not watching it, some kind of Christmas movie happening or something. Maybe my kids, maybe we'll watch that new Christmas Story movie. I think it comes out today, right? 16th. Swig. I think it comes out today with the new Red Ryder BB gun movie. I'm brewing my coffee, Swig, now. Yeah, man. It's good to have share the morning with you, D-Bread. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Mario said, did you give up on Andor? Kind of and no. I was watching the first 4 episodes of Andor. It was rough, man. I watched the first 3 episodes twice, and I still didn't know what was happening. And everyone said it picks up by episode 5 and 6. So I skipped right to episode 6 and watched that one. I skipped to 6 and I enjoyed 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I watched all those in one night and it was good. And I understood it and it made sense to me. And I get it that the Empire's bad and there's poor people and it's the struggle for the real person, the real man. The average citizen is struggling in space with his empire. But it was enough where finally you were following Andor. That's the guy's name. It sounds like a planet, but that's the guy, Cassian Andor. You're finally following him on his single-person journey. And the single-person journey is what I like. What kind of storytelling I like is when you follow one person through their journey and their experiences and the stories of them. And that doesn't confuse me. It's like when you have all this backstory with all these people who don't matter. Because I remember they matter, but it's like there's too much information to remember when it's not necessary. You just find one guy and goes forward. Because what I found with those 3 episodes of Andor, everybody's having a conversation while they're like tying a bag. and they're like tying a bag real aggressively. And the Empire, if you don't like the Empire, you have to leave. Go on your journey. And then they put a backpack on and walk away because the Empire is coming. And then everyone panics because a TIE fighter flew by and then they hide. And I found out everybody is angry and they're always preparing or they're always cooking. And like the Andor story was like, the first 3 episodes is like you're watching the story of a guy making the coffee and waiting for the coffee to brew and then adding his half and half. And then he sits down and then he sips it. It's like it takes all day to tell you that story instead of him just opening up with swigging and running, take a swig and take off. And they really took their time telling the story, and I don't know why, but the last 3 episodes or last ones I saw were good because I don't want to spoil, but it had a story arc. And that last episode ended where if I don't watch any more, it ended where it had a story ending. And he's on his journey. He's continuing the next journey. And then I heard that there's like 24 episodes of this series, and this was episode 10. So there's at least 14 more to go, which I hope they go another way. I hope they add some Star Wars-y things. I hope he meets some Wookiees or something. I hope something like that happens. You don't have to do the fan service-y things, because everybody's like, now if you like fan service, people get mad. Well, not everything's Star Wars for kids and your mind is not intelligent and all this stuff. And I'm reading that like, no, man, I don't agree with that. Like, you want some action adventure. You want you want Darth Vader. You want lightsabers. I know that it's not going to be there. They might show Vader. It'd be cool if they showed Emperor Palpatine, but they mentioned Palpatine. And that's something like, a lot of people make fun of that. Like, ooh, I know what that is. I recognize Palpatine. I heard of that. But that's necessary for the story you're telling because he's in control at this time. And he's the reason why the Empire is the Empire, right? So Vader has to be there somewhere. And I know he's in there somewhere. So Andor is so small, I guess, in the whole plot of the Empire, where anything he's doing doesn't matter because the Empire is not paying attention to it. It matters to him, but not to the Empire. They don't know what's happening. So the show is a story about the rise of the rebellion, because I like Mon Mothma's story. She's realizing she's like, something's going on besides my little rich world of drinking tea and putting the different gowns on the daughter and like, hello, mother, stuff like that. Like, that doesn't matter. Her lifestyle's changing. So I like all that, but I skipped to episode 6, and then I finally was liking it. I didn't need backstory. I didn't need guys getting mad, tying bags and tying their shoes and lacing their boots. Like, they're coming to get us, And I watched the bad guy. He's not I think he's a bad guy. I'm not sure if he's a bad guy, but he's an older guy. He always wears the robes. And he was talking to Forrest Whitaker's character. They were talking, and I watched that scene, and it was such a good scene. The dialogue was cool. The acting was cool. And Forrest Whitaker, I forgot, Saul Guerrera. He goes, the Empire is coming to get us. And the other guy's saying, we got to be careful, stuff like that. I don't know what happened in that scene, but the dialogue was so good that it kept me going, kept me listening. But I don't know what they were talking about. So that's the kind of that's the kind of show it is. Like, they show all the scenes with that bad guy, that old guy. They go flash forward, they flash back. Like, some scenes he has longer hair, some scenes he has short hair. And then there was a hallway scene with him talking to a young skinny guy with a mustache. And that guy seemed to be making some kind of choice. Like, all these things are happening in the show that I don't know what they're discussing, but I know it has to do with the bigger overall thing. Like, if you like the Empire, you're bad. Like, don't join the Empire. Everyone's trying to convince each other to go to the rebellion. So I like it that much, and I know that the acting is incredible, and the soundtrack, and the costumes, and the scenery. But the show finally got good for me. I understood it, and I think I just need something that's not so rich in content, I need something to tell me good guys, bad guys, guys, gray. They're in grayscale. They're choosing. So I like all that. But hopefully this new one, I don't know if it comes out tonight or tomorrow or if it's out yet. And I will watch it. And I'm thinking about watching it, but I'm also thinking about what if I let a few more episodes build up and watch them that way? Because I did enjoy it much more as a binge. Watching 4 episodes in a row all together real tight was a lot better than watching single episode, wait, and single episode. It made more sense to watch all 4 in a row. Does that make sense? That's my review. Hope you guys so what I said. I really liked Andor the last few episodes. Yeah, they were good with that actor. And I gotta wipe the nose. It's getting juicy. But that actor who played the actor was in it was also a motion capture actor for Snoke, but he was also the actor for the apes for Caesar in the New Planet of the Apes. And the Andor show was a lot like the Planet of the Apes movies, the last few Planet of the Apes movies. It was real similar in tone and similar in storyline, which I'm thinking that Andy Serkis, is that the guy? He seems to be that guy. He seems to be the revolutionary guy who leads Moses and the Egyptians to rebel. So it was kind of cool. I related to that, I guess. But it was a lot like he was playing Caesar. I could see the same character. But he was good at it. I liked all of it. I liked all of this. I enjoyed it, I should say that. But I did like it. And hopefully as a whole, the Andor series will fit real nicely if you're trying to watch all the Star Wars in a row. Because there's always that one guy who says, for a weekend, we're just watching every Star Wars movie in a row. So if you look at it that way, you get episode 1, 2, 3, and then you see episode, like, I think Solo might come before this or during this time. And then you watch Andor and it slows it down. And then Rogue One, bam, 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 and it speeds it up again. So Andor is kind of like in the middle of the saga right now. And even though it's not technically the Skywalker saga, but it takes place during that. So it's kind of like the backstory. It's more Star Wars. But I'm enjoying it for what it is so far. But the first 3 or 4 episodes were hard. They were rough, man. And it's very discouraging when the first 3 or 4 episodes are real hard to get through and you know there's 24 of these coming. And it makes you even not want to do it. So I skipped ahead and I enjoyed it. Hopefully we can keep the pace going the way it is. Do you like the simple margarita pizza? Ooh, I don't know what margarita pizza is. I might have to investigate. But, man, I'm looking forward to that. I might get some pizza. I'll just order a bunch of stuff because I usually save pizza for Fridays. It's always tradition. When we were kids, Dad gets paid. It's pizza night. But I won't be home Friday. I'll be driving. So I'm going to hang out with my guy on Friday. So I'm going to order everything today, Wednesday. Tomorrow I have an interview. So tomorrow dinner is like, I got a Zoom interview during dinner time tomorrow. So I won't be doing that. So it's kind of weird. So today's the day, man. Episodes prior to the heist drag. Prison episodes are great. Yeah, the prison episodes. Because they made the story got simpler. I think that's all it is. And the heist stories were good. They were stealing, but I was real confused of what they were stealing. And I think they just stole money. I think that's what it was. They were stealing wealth. I can't remember. But yeah, it was rough to get through, but I got through it. The old guy is a rebel leader. Yeah, he's cool, but he feels like a bad guy, which I like. I like him. And he's trying to do things. Sounds like he's trying to do things without Mon Mothma picking up on it. He's trying to be real secretive. But I like that guy. And the confrontation, like in the early episodes with him and Cassian, they were in like this old abandoned warehouse kind of thing. And I didn't know what they were fighting over. But he says something like, you got to choose a side, man. And then the guys started coming in shooting at him, which I like the bad guys. I like them enough, but they look like they're from Cloud City type of uniforms. They look kind of they look kind of clean. But I like there was one scene that was a flashback with clone troopers. Flashback, that was cool. It's always cool to see the Star Wars stuff. I like this. I like the fan service stuff. I wish there was more of it, but that's what I like. That's what keeps me engaged. And then you see a scene with modern stormtroopers, which was cool. So you got 3 eras of stormtroopers: clone troopers, then real stormtroopers, and then you got the Disney ones, the Force Awakens troopers. They look like they're all smiling, but they're okay. But I like the real ones, you know, the George Lucas ones. Sweet. This is Andor is out today. Cool, man. I'll probably watch it later, maybe tonight. I don't want to stay up too late because this vampire thing, man. It's gonna kick in soon. The vampire's taking action right now. See, I'm gonna do this. Look what I'm doing, man. It's like, you talk a lot, Baltazar. Say too many things. You drop this too. This is my sound effect for dropping a stick on the ground. Dropping a stick, man. But I like Andor. I'm gonna watch it again. Hopefully this new one will pick up a new storyline. Like Andor's journey is what we're watching. But I remember in the first episode, he had to find his sister. But they were never brought up again. Like, she's never brought up again. So I don't know what's happening there. Which is very confusing. There's a lot of stuff they throw at you. And then they don't really tie it up. And the prison conflict or whatever, it kind of took away. Like, I don't know what's happening. But I liked it. And then they call you, the internet calls you dumb if you don't understand it. Well, it's made for intelligent people. Like, really? Okay. I guess so. I don't need to be intelligent all the time. Sometimes you just want to chill, you know? Want to kick back and chill. And watch something mindless. Henceforth, watching like Survivor and stuff like that. Housewife stuff. My wife watches the Housewives. Survivor is my go-to show sometimes. I watch all the reruns on Netflix and all that. I watch Survivor. I enjoy that. Even though I know the winner, but I still like to. It's funny, like when you watch it and when you know who the winner is, it's kind of cool to watch it again to see how they get there. Spoiler, but it's kind of fun. That's not fun, Baltazar. Yeah. Does it look like they're lighting up? I don't mean for them to light up. And he's dropping it. Yeah, they're falling. Okay, let's get Krenobi here. Let's start the Krenobi saga. Krenobi. That's who he is, man. That's what his name is, man. I was telling my wife recently about how I draw and I'm recoloring all of the Wolf Boy books. And I was telling her how I did a live show and then all I was doing was coloring snowflakes. And she's like, so you colored individual snowflakes? I'm like, yeah. And she told me she would never be able to do that. She didn't have patience to just sit there and draw snowflakes. I'm like, yeah. It's kind of how the coloring goes sometimes. But the good thing is I know that I only have 3 pages of snowflakes. Not a whole book. But she didn't realize that I did that. Like, yep. So I can see this now, like I'm drawing this character over and over and over. And I already drew the same. I drew the same character 3 times. And I just felt it like, well, I'm drawing him again. So it's the same, just he's slight different. It's like an animation cell. I'm going to make this a little thicker right here. Yeah, look at that. A little thicker. Talk about a lot of stuff, man. Talk about conventions. Started out with WonderCon, pizza, and then Andor. What are you doing, man? You see a lot of stuff, Baltazar. I don't know if this is a famous cartoonist says things or is it a draws things? It says draws things, man. All right, let's see. The critic was silenced for a while. I don't know where he went. The critic will be back. Critic never rests. It feels good to like get some sleep. That's all you do. That's all you need sometimes, man. Just to lay down, get some rest. What happens is the vampire hours keep me awake where I don't know what the time of day should feel like. That's what always messes me up. It could be 10 in the morning, I'm tired, and I don't understand why. It's because I was up for 18 hours already. The weird thing is when I'm not doing the show, I still talk. No, it's not true. I always listen to stuff. I listen to either like podcast or watch stuff or listen to music. I like music a lot. I listen to Lake Street Dive is what I'm into them. They're coming to Chicago too. But I didn't get a ticket. I wanted to go, but everyone I talked to, who I thought, hey man, want to go to a concert? And not everyone knows them as much as I do. And plus the tickets are $200. Well, they're $80 if you want a far chair, you know. I don't want to sit close. And it's about $200. I'm thinking, man, $200 for a concert would be real fun. Or I could put that $200 towards making another comic. You know? I think I'm going to save the money for a comic. It's a good idea, Baltazar. Stop wasting your money. You know, that's what I thought about. I want to keep this monthly schedule going, man. I want to try to finish this. I want to try to finish this comic here in the next week or so. It's probably going to take 3 weeks, maybe. I want to finish, man. Get this going. I'm excited. Excited for YAHGZ. The Cranobi Tales, Book 1. Book 2 is called YAHGZ, YAHGZ, the Gouache War. That's what it's called. It's a war. It's like an Andor war, but it's more easily to understand. You could actually understand, even though there's flashbacks. And I like to start every book where I say the story so far pages. It's going to be cool. Story so far, you know. And I'm kind of treating YAHGZ like if you read the books, originally read the books, this story's being told to you almost like a recap. So if you knew what the story was, it's not going to be foreign, or it's not going to be boring. It's going to be still good, where you're going to understand. Like, oh, I remember that. I remember when that happened back in 1992. I thought that was pretty cool. And number 2, book 2 is actually the story that took place in Crybaby Adventures number 1, but it's a retelling. It's kind of like an alternate timeline, I guess. So if you're watching, or if you read the first Crybaby books and you read this one, it's kind of be the same story, but slight differences. Things are going to be different. That makes sense, man. Yeah. So I drew it in front of this. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Very cool, man. It's cool. It's cool, Daddy-O. That's all you had to say. It didn't work. This one work. There you go. Yeah, yeah. You guys still with me? You are. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of colors on there, but they're all simple. They're all similar. I mean, colors are all similar, like these muted colors. It works. Can drop this one. I'm gonna draw a little more, another one. There you go. Now it looks like. Yeah, this. The bushes. Bushes. Heck yeah, man. You see, I'm gonna raise this a little bit. Get some ground up here. Yeah, that's better. That's better. The Gucci Nana has made his appearance known, made his presence known. It disappeared into the darkness. Disappeared. Said, hey man, chooses for who? He chooses who he exposes himself to. But then you forget. You're not sure if you saw the Gucci Nana or not. Did I just see what I thought I saw? Looking at the Gucci Nana may confuse you. Confuse our heroes for sure. Swish, swoosh. There it is. It's all true, man. All of it's true. Everything I'm telling you guys is true. Did you see that Baltazar guy? Just went on live, started streaming, started saying all kinds of stuff. There's this new Kickstarter thing. If you're just joining me now, earlier on, I mentioned there's this Kickstarter for Felix the Cat. So I get to add Felix the Cat to my repertoire. I worked on a Felix the Cat artwork. I did like I did an alternate cover. I don't know if it's a variant cover or a print or a pinup, but I worked on Felix the Cat artwork, and it's going to be part of the Kickstarter campaign, which is it's pretty cool. And I think my thing is a reward. Is it a reward? What do they call it when it's an extra bonus thing you could bid on or whatever? So there's a Kickstarter campaign in my Facebook feed, and check out Felix the Cat. There's gonna be books coming. Books are coming, man. Which I dig it. I dig it. I dig it fresh. It's gonna be fun. Along with Tom Zoller and Bob. Is it Bob? Bob France. A few of my friends are on there. I forget who's on there. I just read it today, but I forgot already. But it's gonna be fun. I'm bringing back Felix the Cat. Like, yeah, man. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to see Felix. I did the artwork about a year ago, it seems like. I need something there. How about that? I don't like that. Sometimes I work on stuff and I forget that I've done some stuff. It takes a little while for stuff to come back. Like, oh yeah, I remember doing that. That's how Felix was a little bit. And today they launched they get launched today. Kickstarting across the universe. It's all true. I'm telling you guys the truth. Follow me, I am the way. Shut up. Sorry. You see me good? I got the lights on me. But I always feel like I'm dropping into shadow. You like the painting behind me too? I got a painting I started. And I put it up there because I was going to paint later. So much opportunity, things I could do today. But you finish your drawings first, Baltazar. Oh, I'm getting there, man. I'm getting it. This is all flashback. Henceforth, the bubbly panels. The cloud-like borders. It's kind of cool, right? Oh, yeah, man. Finally, he's done talking. How's that? Did I get them all? Did. Oh, here, right here. One more border. I always turn it sideways because when I draw it sideways, the borders seem to be sharper. Make little points. Plus, it feels good on the hand. I gotta go what feels good on my hand. The stroke, if you will. You're talking weird, Balthazar. All right, let's see. That's it. Look at that. Page is done. I have inked this page. Digitally inked it. Like that. It's the Gorgonana. I might add a little bit to this. A little bit. Add a little bit to that. Yeah, that's cool. Walking in the woods. Who walking in the woods? A little Red Riding. Look at that line I did. What the heck? What did I do that for? Look at it. Oh, it's on there, man. I gotta erase it. See, I fixed it. That's like that was almost like an ink smudge. It was too far in the undo, or I couldn't undo it. There's too many layers, too many steps between. So I had to go back and do it manually and digitally. How about that? Look at the Weezer. He's all hurting. Look at the Weezer's face. He's like, oh, I'm hurting. Save, swig, swig. I'm going to bring it in for coloring. Page 44 is now ready to color. Only about halfway through. Man, it's an 80-page book, and this is page 44. I got a lot to go. And here he is right here. He's looking. Christian appearance was brief, but locking eyes with one. What did you see? Did you see that? Will leave you dazed and disoriented. Just like my friend Weezer here. Wheeze? So that's the next one I'm going to do. It's the next page, man. Next page. Look at Weezer. Pencils of the Weezer. The Weezer. So Weezer's all hurting. And they go, oh. They have his feet all discombobulated. There he is. The mouth's always the part. Let's see, it should be about right here, right? Like that. And he's freaking out. He's freaking out because he just saw the Gucci Nana. Just saw the Gucci Nana. I picked up a stick again. The stick should be on the ground. Maybe he picked it up. I'm gonna draw it on the ground. No stick. Still on the ground. No stick. Continuity, man. So he's gonna be freaking. His other hand would be freaking like this. He doesn't quite know what to do. Yeah, it's confusing there. It's like, what the heck, man? Did you see that? Did you see what I saw? I think you did. I saw the Gucci Nana. The legendary Gucci Nana. It's the first time ever you see their bodies. It's going to be in this book. First time you ever see the Gucci Nana's bodies. I'm working on another story with Adorable Cat, Action Cat, but her name is now going to be Cosmic Action Cat. And there's a story in there where she discovers an asteroid filled with Gucci Nanas. Because at one point they were captured and separated from their species. I got this whole stuff, man. There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of backstory and things. And his face like it. Yeah. He's looking at Wheeze. You all right, buddy? What happened, man? You all right, dude? See, Wheeze is just, something's happening. I'm like, oh, what's up, man? Heroes on a quest. Heroes on a quest, if you will. The land of YAHGZ. I gotta make sure I draw his goatee, because that's the thing I always forget. I forget the goatee and the little. He's got a ponytail. Gotta check my emails. I'm expecting an email today that will be good. It will schedule my future. I'm gonna put a stick down here. I don't think you should pick up the stick yet. Let me erase it because I'll be confused later if I continue this comic strip at another point. Wheeze. Call him Wheeze? Is that right, Wheeze? I have a friend I call Wheeze, but his Wheeze means weasel. He's the weasel. A friend we call the weasel. If you're a fan of the show, you may have heard me call the weasel. Weasel is in here watching the show. Weasel's working right now, though. Weasel got a new job. Proud of him. He's doing good things. All right, look at that. Quickly drew that. Should do like sound, like effects around this guy. Yeah, because he's all like Gujinana got in his mind. Gujinana got to him. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see, man. Dr. Ben is here. I'm here, but just woke up, still swinging coffee. Vampire hours. Yeah, Dr. Ben. It's good to see you. It's good to see you, and thanks for joining the show. Sweet. Brian is here. Oh yeah, Artie and his bag of tricks. That's right. Felix the cat is back. He's making an appearance today for the first time. Let's see. I think I need to take a break. I gotta get a refill. Gotta get a refill and some food. I feel like eating like a biscuit and egg sausage, something like that. I don't know. Everything is that's what the whole day revolves around, is eating. You know? It always revolves around eating. What time do we do this? We need to eat again. That's okay, though. Those are good things. Sleeping, eating. Sleeping and eating, right? Those are the best things you can do all day. Everything else is like getting to those 2 points. Got to do this so later I can sleep and eat. Making comics is kind of cool. I like that part. I like that part of the day, making comics. It's been this way since I was in fifth grade. Been making my own characters. It just feels like more. It's the same day. Look at him. Does he look? Yeah, that's not bad. His eyes are looking weird. He's got his bag. His bag of tricks. This guy said he was going to take a break and he kept going. It's true. That is all true. Is that weird? Does it look, oh, that looks good. Yeah. 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 It's what you got to do, man. It's what you got to do. You do what you got to do, man. There he is. Weezer. Needs eyebrows. Crybabies have floating eyebrows. His eyebrows, at least one of them is up. He's confused. Yeah, man. How about that? He's all confused. He's hurting. He got hit with the Gucci Nana stare. Is he wobbly? Should be wobbly a little bit, right? A little bit. I don't know that. I don't like that. What happened there? The Gucci Nana stare. Don't make sense, man. What are you doing? The sticks are on the ground. Here he is. The YAHGZ. Save. Save and swig. He says, yeah, man. Taking breaks is good. Yeah, man. Famous cartoonist eats things. Yeah, I'm going to go eat stuff, man. Swig. I'm going to make a, I want to make a trailer for, my YAHGZ book. I have a song in mind. So it will happen. But it's going to be similar to my Webster. I'm going to play you guys a trailer right now. Here it is. This book is available on my website, electrobellcomics.com. Enjoy. Webster, spider monkey. Webster, spider monkey. Webster, spider monkey now. He's spectacular, he's amazing, he's sensational, he's spectacular. Webster, spider monkey. Webster, coming at you now. Yeah! It's all true. Welcome back to the show. Check out this one. This is pretty cool too. This should come with a bumper. Yeah, man. I want to thank you all for joining me here today. So I got my Panthers hat on. This is my guy's college team. We're gonna do that. So right now, I'm calling it the famous cartoonist says things. And look at, I could also do this. Let's see, I could do a Webster overlay. Boom! Here he is, Webster Spider Monkey, now available on my website. I got Spider Monkey, I got Bizarre Balthazar Bizarre. I got a bunch of stuff. I know you guys like these videos, so I'm gonna play you another one. Don't do it, man! Don't do it! Please don't do it. One.
Bizarre Balthazar Bizarre. Bizarre Balthazar Bizarre. Bizarre Balthazar Bizarre. Please come and book where you are.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. The Bizarre Balthazar Bizarre is available online right now, exclusive. It's an art book on the inside. I also have Meteorite. Meteorite is available on my website, electricmillcomics.com. And I have Webster the Spider Monkey available. And I have Powers in Action. This is a trade, Powers in Action trade. But I have the single issues of this. My superheroes I did when I was in high school. It's like, that was the selling portion of the show. But you guys, thanks for joining me here today. This was a lot of fun. I will do this again. I don't know when, but it'll happen. You guys are awesome. Follow me when you see me. Remember those things. No fighting, no crime. Be nice to each other. Do the things that make you happy. You guys are awesome. Swig to the masses. Okay, bye-bye.